You know, the biggest problem facing tenants in Ontario is choice. We've had a tortured history of rent controls. This started in 1975. This is now a generational issue. And had we never had rent controls, we would have had lots of apartments built. And we'd be like Dallas, or we'd be like Edmonton, or we'd be like Calgary, where there have been no rent controls and developers have built apartments. Choice is what protects tenants, not government legislation. Okay? Choice is what creates great cars, not government legislation. Choice is what creates competition among hotels and among restaurants and things like that. So when you let the free market work, it actually does work. That's what built the great society here in the Western world. But what we've had is we've had meddling in government. Government has been meddling in rental housing for a generation, since 1975, and it's created this rental housing shortage. The answer isn't more legislation and more control by government. The answer is to free up the market and let developers build and give Ontarians and Canadians a choice. When there is no choice, and when you have a larger supply of buyers than you do of sellers, the seller wins the game, right? So think about when you go to the passport office. Okay, there's only one place to get your passport. How is the service there? Is it great? Is it warm? Is it friendly? No, it's quite indifferent, right? Well, it's the same thing in the apartment business. When there's a lack of supply and a lack of choice, you know who suffers? The tenant suffers, okay? Because the landlord just has to pass minimum standards to keep his building full. And if he can't raise his rent, why should he fix his building up? He'll just run it the way he's always run it. So choice and competition is the answer. Look, this isn't hard to understand, right? This is basic economics 101, Adam Smith, the stuff he learned in high school.